Hello. This is my home. This is where all the roaches are. This is where I live. I decided to do a reading in the living room. I don't know why. Well, my sister she's not here, so I think that's probably why I just decided. Fuck it. Let's do a reading in the living room. Acoustics are going to sound totally different out here. Like, my voice is going to sound very different out here. It's this big open space with high ceilings, so. All right, here we go. Take what resonates, see what doesn't. I'm Whitney. Hi. I'm doing this reading for you today. Take what resonates, see what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry. It's too much. I wish I could just have this right beside me. So pretty. These are general messages. Just shoe fits wear it. Always entertainment purposes only. Don't get caught up in this shit. It could kill you. And if you want a personal reading, because I do those, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. Okay? I am working on a new deck right now. Okay, I'm like almost halfway done it. I'd say about halfway done it. And we're going to do the Christmas spread today. Okay, so I've got a spread down with like, you know, what's going on, main theme, why you got to watch this, what's going on, are they naughty or nice kind of thing, right? So, yeah, it's working out pretty fucking greasily good. It's going to have to do with somebody that you're dealing with. Okay, so here we go. Main theme. General message today. Oopsies. Ugh. Woo! The boat. Where are we going? Woohoo! Here we go. Why the boat? Energy is moving. Something coming to light. You could be moving. Oh, let's see here. Why the boat? Why the boat? Here we go. So now we have the Scarecrow with delusional. Which is like kind of making me think like maybe the person you're dealing with is moving straight towards something that is designed to scare something away. They're delusional in thinking that you're not going to protect yourself or that you're not going to protect your crops. Like, you know, maybe in the past, you know, you're a farmer and people have taken your shit before. They've come in, they've taken your plants, they've taken something from you, right? Your corn, your husk, your wheat, you know, and now it's like you put the scarecrow, sorry, my dyslexia. You put the scarecrow out, right? So then they get scared. Almost like delusionally scared. Delusionally scared. Like, which makes me think, look at, they're Sherlock in reverse. It's like, this person, I wouldn't be surprised if we get the emotional card. Great choice. Like, I think this is you. I think Spirit is like, good choice with blocking this person in their delusions and scaring them, you know? Like, what's the past with this person? Private property. So they didn't let you near them. Maybe this is the case. Maybe they're walking all up in your shit, taking your stuff, right? But in the past, ooh, look at that, stick it out, the two-sided card. This person is two-sided, two-faced, right? In the past, their property was their property. It was private. You can't take it. But they come up and they take your crops. They like, so you can't take from them. But they can come and take from you? I don't think so. What's the present moment with this? Present energy with this person? Crooked roof. So I think the universe is realizing that this person, whoever you're dealing with, was playing dirty. Okay, they were playing dirty. They blocked up all their shit, can't touch my stuff, but, you turn around and they're in your shed, taking everything. Okay? What's the future for this person you're dealing with? The path. They're going to have a new path. So they're going to have to walk away. Walk forward, walk on, move on. Like, Spirit is like, you did a really good choice on locking your shit up. I don't know if you changed your locks. I don't know if you added more. If you added more security cameras. I mean, you did something. You did something. Because Spirit is like, you scared them. Like, what they were used to doing all the time, suddenly there was something there blocking them. Like, there was a fence there the whole time, but you never locked it. Now all of a sudden you start locking it, right? Or there's a fence there, but there was never a dog. And now all of a sudden you've got this dog protecting your land. And they're just, Spirit is like, this person was just delusional in thinking that you were going to let it go on forever. Okay, so there's like a little bit of like a countdown here. I want to know I got to get the spread. I thought I would remember it. Hi, sweetie. Oh, my snake's out right now. I will bring her out here, but she's going to eat. And she's got a lot of energy right now, so I'm just going to leave her, but she is saying hello to everybody right now, that's for sure. Brainstorm. Okay. So, next part of the spread here. What is hiding from you? Okay, what is hiding from you when you're dealing with this person? The Sun and Bagul. Some demons do good things and some demons do bad things. And what I'm getting was, I think that this person, they really didn't want to share their money with you. Because the Sun is also part of, I was going to do it as like a pentacle, but then I don't know really what I'm gonna do with this card by the end, if I'm going to put a pentacle in it or not. It started off as a pentacle and then I just painted it into the sun. So that's why I'm like, these are my cards. I'm allowed to, read them however way I want. And the way that I'm reading this right now is I'm just kind of like, I feel like with Bagul, I'm like, man, did they just, Sinister, Ellison, he's just doing things for himself. He's not doing anything for his family. He says it's for his family. He says he wants to do this book. He wants to sell this book. He wants to get famous. He's doing it for his family. It's his legacy. But his wife knows that's not your legacy. Your legacy are your children. It's not what you do in this world. It's how you raise your kids. Right? If you put kids in with your mission, you got double mission. You got Mission Impossible, but you had to do it, right? Some people, they can't do both. They can't have their life and their finances while raising children. So they choose to just go to work, right? The other parent will take care of the kids. I have to go to work. I have to make the money. Leave me alone. But it's like they didn't want to share that money. They got greedy. So below it all, the reason why Spirit's saying they did all this, I don't even really know what this means with social media. I'm getting like, did they just do this just to entertain everybody else? Like, because I know, like, my parents specifically. So my father was a GM worker, factory worker his whole life. his wife, who he married, was a mortgage broker at a local bank. Okay. Both of their incomes together probably, I mean, we're over 100K a year. Easy. Okay. Over 100K a year. But we weren't rich. And yet my stepmother wanted to look rich. She came from a very trashy, low income, very poor family. And she saw my father's factory ticket as her golden ticket. That GM pension was going to make her dreams come true. I told you this bitch is a little trashy. Okay, like what the fuck is like, and his pension is $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month, okay? Where is anybody getting the funds to look after their life on $1,000 a month? Thanks, GM, okay? But she fucking fought tooth and nail for that shit. And then when it came down to her getting her retirement, she copped out 5 years early, lost over 25 grand. So she sold our childhood house right away to compensate and then spent all that money too. She saw my father's money as being his money, and that's it. It's his money. His money belongs to her. She's now the queen of the family. His money belongs to her. We don't get any. And that's what it was like all up until this very day. My father's money is her money. She's in charge of it. He is not to help us. If she doesn't say it's okay, he doesn't spend a dime. He has to put change away to go and sneak out and buy pitas. He has to put money away to go and eat out when his wife isn't watching, because she's so controlling of the money, because she doesn't make any now. So she has to control everything. And if she wants to go out and spend it, she will justify it. She will justify a brand new Tupperware, container set. She will justify a new vacuum. She'll justify it all. Even though the world knows when you don't have a job and you don't have lucrative income coming in, you should probably stop spending your money. Okay? So I don't know if they did this just to make everybody else fool, right? This is what we look like. This is how much money we have. This is our lifestyle. And really it was like, a lot of people that are even living in, your $200,000, $300,000 houses, something that that's like a fucking crack house now, and compared to what these houses have gone up to, they're still living off their credit in the bank. People go to work 9 to 5 every single fucking day, can't pay their bills, can't pay their rent, can't pay their mortgage, because their lifestyle is way too big because of social media. Because they want to brag on social media. I talked about this the other day. I'm like, people, honestly, the more friends you have, the bigger social paradigm that you have, the bigger your lifestyle is going to get, because you are competing with all of those people. You're competing with your family. You're competing with your friends. You're competing with the people at work, right? You want the nicest vehicle. You want better shoes than them. You want nice pants. You want to show off the sweater that you just bought, right? But really, it's not your money. It's the bank's money. Okay, so I was wondering what this card was on the bottom of the deck, and it's actually sickness, and sickness in reverse, because I feel like these people, it's metastasized in them so big and so large and for so long that they've become sickness. Sickness isn't something that comes in and shuts them down now. They run off of it. Okay, oh, look at that. Top of the deck, sword in the potato. This is the truth. God damn it, if I have to say it again, it's the truth and only the truth. That's all I speak, okay? I don't say anything else. I don't talk. I don't lie. I don't bullshit. And I know I'm not bullshitting because it's messages that I would never want to fucking say. This is not my choice of reading, but it's the energy, okay? So what's visible in the future here... The Blair Witch. Okay. So this person is going to get massively fucked with. Okay, like, you know what the Blair Witch does. She fucks with you. She fucks with your direction. She starts taking things from you. She starts waking you up in the middle of the night, right? She starts scaring the shit out of you. Scarecrow with the Blair Witch. I mean, I think, like, just itself, just seeing these cards in general right now, I'm getting like, people just don't know. They just don't know. I wish they did. I wish they realized what bullying people did. I wish they realized, you know, just because mommy and daddy fucks with you at home, you don't got to go to school and mess around with everybody else. You know, I wish people could see bad behavior and cut it off before they went out and did it to other people. Right? Naughty or nice? This person, these people, naughty or nice? Yep. Okay, so we're leaving this in reverse because that's what I was told to do. They are not getting the invitation. They are not getting to go where they think they are going to go. Okay, and then we've got Krampus with the 4-leaf clover in reverse. So I would say, no, they're not getting Santa coming to their door. And not only are they not getting Santa coming to their door, but they're also, whatever this luck is, whatever luck that they've had this whole time by just walking into your cornfield and just taking what they wanted to make something with it. You know, they were always taking your stuff to say that they were making things all the time with it. No. What's Santa bringing them? Donnie Darko and the Crow. That's what Santa's bringing them. I'm pretty sure that both these cards were in my morning reading. So basically the message that I'm getting is Eric comes back for revenge. Frank tells Donnie ahead of time. So what I think Santa's bringing them, I think they're getting the message right now that they have been extremely unfair. Okay, extremely unfair. Like, they have gone above and beyond to really tip the scales in their direction. Okay, so Spirit is like, you, like, to these people, like, you need to figure this out now. Like, you need to make this good now because you have a countdown to death. It's like Eric comes back to get all those people that killed him to begin with a year ago, right? He comes to set the wrong right. Right? Which is kind of what Frank does. Frank alarms Donnie that something is wrong. Okay? And you need to, I'm going to show you these things so then you believe me when the real moment comes. So I think that these people have been visited in their dreams, you know, in their mental state. I think they've had a visitation about what they did to you. And now I'm getting, you know, anybody could make a situation right really quick. And it's by noticing what you did and apologizing for it before somebody has to say something to you. Right. And I actually sent an email to my father the other day to tell him that I actually am the one that hit his truck like 15 years ago. So my dad bought this. It wasn't brand new. I think it was like a year old or something. And GM, he was taking an early retirement because his wife basically told him to. So he took an early retirement. And with the early retirement, he got this huge percentage off a new vehicle. So he ended up getting a vehicle that was a couple years older, but it's still brand new. Like, nobody had driven it, right? So he took the credit, bought the truck. The truck was at home for like, I don't know, maybe a couple days. And my father, this is like when I was like 20, maybe 2021, he was still doing my oil changes for me. So I brought my car over for him to do an oil change, but I really wanted to go tanning. So I took his truck. I mean, I learned how to drive on a truck. Okay. I've never had a truck with the cab in the back though. So he put one of those cabs in the back, right? I never driven a truck like that had that. So anyways, I backed up right into a pool. And my father never noticed. And he was such a brutal man that he would just yell at me for things that I never even did. So I didn't tell him about it. I was like, if he doesn't notice, I'm not fucking telling him because I don't need a lecture. I'll just pay for it. So when he finally figured it out, it was a couple months later. He said, oh, somebody must have dinged me in a parking lot and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, okay, well, how much is it going to cost to fix? Because I wasn't living with him at the time. So he had already like gotten it fixed. And he was like, oh, it was like $300 and change or whatever. So over the course of the year, for Father's Day, his birthday, and for Christmas, I gave him $100 bill to pay for the bumper, right? So this last like couple weeks, Spirit has been really adamant on, I have to tell my father everything. I don't know if he's going to die. I have no idea. But I need to tell him everything so then my name gets cleared. I don't want any bad karma. I don't want any bullshit. I didn't do anything, but I did hit his truck. So I sent him an email and I said, I know you think I'm the biggest asshole in the world. I know that I didn't turn out to be the kid that you wanted, but guess what? I hit your truck 18 years ago and I paid for it. I paid for my mistake. Just want to let you know that. Happy holidays, right? Just as you might think you know me, you might think I'm the biggest asshole in the world, but this biggest asshole I pay for all my mistakes. I don't think there's been a fucking mistake that I've ever made that I haven't paid for. But I know for a fucking fact, my father and my mother have gotten away with so many crimes that Spirit might be putting them through the ringer now. I wouldn't know. I don't talk to any of them. But I would say it's long overdue. Long overdue. Okay? So underneath the Blair Witch, I didn't even notice, the eyeglasses card was underneath her, which means somebody has, the truth is visible to them. Okay? They might be hiding behind their delusion of money and how they wanted to keep everything from you. Everything they need is right there for them to see the truth. They're just choosing not to look at it. So you can't blame Spirit. You can't blame yourself when you try to tell somebody something and they don't listen to you. Okay, I tried to tell you. I tried to tell this other woman who's been sleeping around with every single fucking bitch's husband in this small town. Finally, I said to her, you know what? For the witchcraft that you did to me, my sister, my family, you will get the karma that you deserve. You closeted fucking freak. She called the cops. Called the cops. I think it was because I called her a closeted freak. But you know why I'm calling her a closeted freak? She put everything in that fucking closet. She closed the door. She thinks that things aren't going to come out of the closet and come and eat you alive. Well, they will. When you're ready, right? When you're ready. Obviously. They're not going to come at you, when you're ready and you got your guns out. No, bitch. You're going to be sleeping. You're going to be sleeping. When the devil comes, that's just the way it works. Call the cops on me because I'm telling you, karma's going to come for you. Oh, boo-hoo. Honestly, I laughed when the cop called me. I was like, no way. That's what she said. Do you know that this woman sleeps around and bangs everybody's husbands? The cop was like, oh, he was laughing with me. It was such a funny conversation. Oh, I was like, my God, if only she knew what we were even talking about. I'm like, how did you feel about talking to her about this? Honestly, I don't think she actually knew I knew the cop too who called me. I'm like, oh my God, this is what people are doing. People are B&Eing. Okay, they're breaking and entering. They're setting people's houses on fire. And this bitch is calling the cops because I said karma's going to get her. Oh my God. I was like, talk about cry wolf. Next time she calls the cops because she actually needs to, they're not going to respond to her because that's what she's done in the past. Cry wolf, cry wolf, cry wolf. They're after my money. They want my money and my finances. Bitch, I've worked since I was 13 years old. People are dumb. And you're allowed to free speech, by the way. It's legal. You're allowed to talk about people. You're allowed to say and express yourself, okay? And I know my parents are shooken up with what I've decided to talk about on social media. And so they should be. You think your secrets are going to stay hidden forever? Guess what? They're not. They're not. Your children grow up. And then this mouth that you've been smacking to stay shut, stay quiet, they start talking. So beware, especially you. If you're the kid that's grown up, start talking, okay? Your family needs to hear what they did to you. They need to hear how inappropriate they were. They need to hear that they put your life in danger. And I don't care if little mommy or daddy gets their little feelings broken. They're 80 years old. Guess what? Just because they're 80 years old and they're fragile, what did they do to you when you were fragile, when you were vulnerable, when you were 8 years old, right? You can't feel sorry for people because they're old. You can't. If they're old and you're feeling bad for them, they've had 80 years of wisdom. 90 years of wisdom. Feel bad for the 3-year-olds, the 4-year-olds, the day-olds that are getting abused from day one. Feel sorry for them, not for the 90, 80, 70-year-olds that have lived this whole fucking life. They know the difference between right and wrong. And they're still choosing to do you wrong, but you're going to feel sorry for them because they're old? Yeah, right. Now's the time to kick back. Put them in an old folks home. Who gives a shit? They beat you. Let the nurses beat them. I'm sorry, but I get really worked up for my collective. I just saw 26, 27, 28 on the clock. I get really worked up for my collective. I know what y'all been through because of what I've been through. And all I'm saying is these people do not need you to feel sorry for them. They need karma. They need revenge taken out on them. They need karma. They need to realize what beef is. They need to realize what they started. Because a lot of these parents, they started it when you were young. The game's not finished yet. Have you ever seen the movie Running Scared? You should watch it. Paul Walker kicks the shit out of his father when he's 14 years old and then takes care of him. What did that dad do? Beat him every day. Him and his mom every day for no fucking reason. So what's the kid do? Beats his dad back. What do you think is going to happen? You silence people. You shut them up. I mean, some go away. Some are your little prodigies. You know, they'll run away. Like, you'll scare them and they'll never tell anybody. Other people go, are you going to threaten death on me? Because I'm not scared to die. I know you are, but I'm not, which means I can fucking whistle blow, fucking roll my bell, I can talk my shit. I don't care. You want to come kill me? Do it. It's just going to show that you're even more guilty than what I'm even trying to say that you are, you know? Like, so fucking please get more pissed off at me, right? Like, it's really about pushing these people's buttons. Okay, pushing these people's buttons. Let's get a crow message for those who decided to hang around to the very end. Grief. Honestly, I think you just really need to let these people go. Okay? They could be dying. Or you could just be asking to let them go. Grieve them out as if they have died. Right? Maybe they have died to you. I don't know. Battle influence. These people have been really badly influenced, and because of that, they've chose to battle people that they were not supposed to. Okay? They were not supposed to do the things that they did. And, you know, everybody makes mistakes. Totally fine. Totally cool. You want to make a mistake, but then fucking apologize for it afterwards. Do something about it. But then they feel the mistake is too big, that the price they have to pay is too big, so now they don't want to do it. Oh, but you'll go out and buy yourself a brand new car. Or you'll go out and sign a fucking mortgage, but you won't tell somebody the truth? That's too much for you? Wow. You know what I mean? Like, you might just have to let these people go because they've been massively bad influence. And that's the reason why they chose to battle you. So, not everybody was raised well. And, you know, saying that, not everybody was raised, you know, properly and figured it out when they were older that maybe they shouldn't be a nasty, narcissistic piece of shit like their parent, you know? Some people don't ever figure it out. Some people do. So, anyways, peace out. Hope it resonates. And if it doesn't, I'm sorry. But it's a general message. So if you want a personal message, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. All right? Peace.